I Love You, Lord. It's one of the most incredibly well-known, popular hymns of our day. And it has been a personally powerful and impactful song in my life. I mean, when I was in high school, one of the first prophetic visions that I ever got for my life revolved around the words of this song. It was a really special moment to me, and it's kind of marked my journey for years since I've heard it. And I want to focus on one part of the song that I believe is powerful and is impactful, not just to me, but to anyone who would listen. And it's that last line of the song where it says, I love you. The first part says, I love you, Lord, and I lift my voice to worship you. Oh, my soul, rejoice. And then it says, take joy, my King, in what you hear, and let it be a sweet, sweet sound in your ear. So this last phrase, this, Lord, take joy in what you hear, let my life be a sweet sound to you. It begs the question, is my life music or is my life noise to him? Is my life, is it a sweet sound or is it a dissonant sound? This question, answering this question, does my life please God? Is who I am, is what I do, is it a sweet sound to him? Sometimes in the Psalms, it references this as like a sweet aroma. It's just something that is sweet and pleasing to the Lord. And we have to ask ourselves, is my life sweet and pleasing unto him? The only way that I believe we could ever truly know this question is through an intimate, real, deep relationship with the Lord. Let me explain. My fiance and I, we're getting married in a month, but I understand what is sweet to me is not necessarily sweet to her. My love languages are words of affirmation and physical touch. For her, she is quality time and gifts. What pleases me and makes me feel loved is not the same as what pleases her and makes her feel loved. What I believe is a sweet sound from her is different than what is a sweet sound to her. And so the only way that I could ever grow in my understanding and my application of what is a sweet sound to her is by spending time with her, by knowing her more, by practicing, by understanding. I have to be intentional in my decisions about knowing what is sweet and pleasing to her and showing this to her. And that takes time. That takes intentional moments together, asking questions, learning, growing. It takes an intimate relationship to know what is a sweet and pleasing sound to someone else. And so as we grow in our relationship with the Lord and we try to learn what it is that is a sweet sound to him, we have to be intentional about getting in the Word, about spending time with him, hearing his heart. What is the pleasing sound that he wants to hear from my life in this season? It might be different than a pleasing sound that he wants from me later. So I have to be willing to say, Lord, right now, right here, what is it that you want? And this is the most important thing in our walk with him. 2 Corinthians 5:9, Paul says, therefore we make it our aim, whether present or absent, to be well-pleasing to him. He says we make it our aim. It doesn't say that we make it a side goal. It doesn't say that we make it a second thought. Our aim is to be pleasing to God. Our aim is to see, man, what is it that needs to happen in my life in this season that is the sweet and pleasing sound. And so if our number one goal is to live a life that is pleasing unto him, and that happens through intimacy, then our ultimate goal must therefore be to know him more and more every single day, so that our lives can be filled with more and more of an understanding of what it is that he's looking for, of what it is that he desires from us to be a pleasing and sweet sound. Our goal in life, our aim, is that we would please God. And we do that by being intimate and spending time with him so that we can know his heart deeper. So if I want to please him, I must be with him. And that is my ultimate goal. That must be the ultimate aim. So Lord, let my life be a sweet, sweet sound to you. Take joy in what you hear from my life. We only know what that joyful noise, what that sweet sound will be when we're willing to break away and get intentional and intimate in our relationship with the Father.